explanation for it. Like it's nothing except divine protection. And that's what it was. We were all protected that day, and we all got to go on with our days.
A lot of inner child work has been in process across the world for all of us, working through the inner child-ish that we've had going on. So healing my inner child, going into meditation, to my old bedroom. The room is all dark, it's only 5 p.m. I remember being in primary school, coming home and just going to bed because my dream world was awesome and I was having absolute horrible help playing the astral, I guess. So I hear her sobbing. I get her and I gather her up, giving her such a big hug, and this is like my grade 5 or grade 6 self. I already know, but I ask her and I get her to talk about getting rejected by a whole friend group at school. My best friend had ditched me and my heart was broken, like this little self. She never fit in. She said to me, they told me I was going to live in a dirty house. That looked all yuck from the outside, and their houses would be white and spectacular, and mine would look like ish. I asked her, what kind of homes do they live in at the moment? Ask yourself that. Well, said poo brown commission houses. Well, love, you've seen how your house looks with its beautiful wraparound balcony and creamy bricks. It's huge and beautiful. Jealousy is real, darling. Don't let anyone speak this over your life. This is not your truth. Know why they're speaking it over your life. Do you want to know what happens in the future? You know this girl who rejected you, she continues to be your friend, and whenever she can, she shows you her. She gets you ostracized to gay in high school, and your first boyfriend after you break up, she picks the dweeby looking guy up at a party. She burns your top. She sits on your boyfriend's lap when you're like 21, right in front of you. I don't think you really cared, but this is the type of girl you're dealing with. You're never going to know that until you look back. Offer her the pity she deserves. If you allow others to speak over your life, especially people that don't even like you or want the best for you, or are jealous because they will want your house or they want your life or they want what you have, basically. Red tracksuit, like lycra tracksuit. I think you knew, to be honest, you knew at the time that that wasn't your type of person. She's actually handlers or what, but she's in your life solely for the purpose to destroy it. Now, you instantly get bad vibes. This is when you're about 19, 20. Have you let out all the pain of rejection? Because you need to cry it out. You need to release all the emotions. Your cup is so full of rejection right now. And 1992 is the year they put a hex on you. You're not of this world, babe. You're here to recreate the world. This simple knowledge will get you through primary school and high school. He who cares less wins. The cool group is not really cool, and people will harden you. Just don't hurt or embarrass others. Those people don't deserve it, because you actually become a bit of a bully. Somebody tells you who you are, doesn't make it true. Only you know who you are. That jealous girlfriend ends up with so much more opportunity because you allowed people to let you think you weren't worth much, but you are. And hun, if you know what I know now at 12 years old, and then I managed to stay within the meditation, but it was because all time is now. I travelled through to her being 18 years old, and I opened the door. It leads me into St Kilda Road. I see the disaster imminent. I hold her door handle up so she can't open the car door. A bike and a car drive past and I let it go. I have been thinking that that was divine protection. And it was, but it was me. It wasn't God. It wasn't angels. I went and held the door up in this dream. It was amazing. So the version of me was only 18 at that time, when she could have destroyed her whole life, because she would have murdered somebody. And I know her heart, my heart, I could not. I just could not have lived with that, and it would have really affected her. So I stopped that. You'll see other TikToks and things like that I've got, but yeah, I'm thinking that it's some sort of higher power. We have higher power within us, and we can actually, with the power of our minds, we can actually go in and change things that have happened to us in our lives and change. The Walt Woods, look into Tyson Bannigan, he's a master dowser. So Raymond Grace, I solved the problem for you. He's gone back into time with the power of his mind, and all of this is possible because everything that we do is frequency and vibration. I would never go back and hurt these other girls or hinder their lives in any way, but I can go back in and I can give me the power to say, yeah, no, I'm not going to live in a shit house with a shit boyfriend that tries to murder me. Have your spell back. And you can dissolve that spell, and you can reverse that spell, because you don't do that to anybody, not in this lifetime. How dare you? How dare you be so evil? By the rejection and the way I was treated, about 18, 19, fucking up incredibly, following that dark path that everybody had put in front of me, like I should be dead, everything I went through. I managed to come back every time. Why? Because you picked the wrong one. Warrior goddess from Orion, a high priestess. That's why you love the astral. That's why you freaked out in the front of the mirror and were just amazed that you were in an actual body. Let's go back to the 18-year-old who I held the door up with. Little cutie. She thinks it's divine intervention, and we'll go on with that story up until she's in her 40s. That divine intervention saved me, until I know what I did in my 40s and prevented her from changing her life there. I'd like to go back and change so much more. Is it possible? Can I? Can I go back? No, I can't, because I know that if that dark path, I'd have to go back to 1992, and that would change everything. The curse, the curse that we've had upon us, and it's truly felt like that in life too. Like, why did I aim so low? You know what I mean? Why did I aim so low? Why was I stuck so badly? Anyway, I had to think, like, she has to meet her heartbreak, because our heart breaks to expand. Our heart breaks and it expands. 12 years, twice a day for 12 years of her heart breaking and expanding by somebody who is mirroring herself back at her. And that's what I would say that is the gift from our Pisceans, the 12th sign in the zodiac. These are old souls. But I'm an old soul from intergalactic star seeds. That's why I couldn't comprehend how much there is to learn here on this earth. I had the curse in as without thrown at us. It would have been around 1992. That's when that's happened. But our beautiful Pisceans, they will come and mirror to us who we are, and until we heal it. Did I deserve everything that I got? I don't know. Did it grow me incredibly? Did I live in a shit house? Yeah, I did. I did, and I nearly died in it. Thanks for speaking that over my life. But I owned it. I thought, yeah, I'll be putting my babies under the bed, you know, like, because my life will be such a mess. My parents used to joke, because my room was such a mess, that they'd find my babies under the bed. Nope. But the state that I got my life into than me back in my old bedroom. So I thought when I saved her, I didn't stick around to speak to her when she was 18. She had much to do. If I don't want to walk across the hall to my old bedroom as a 50-year-old still hiding a kid under the bed, don't allow others to speak over your life. Words are spell. The energy created by a group of bitches speaking over your name, speaking their shit over a person is real. Cut the energy, reverse it. This is not an Xbox. This is my life. Use your magic. Second chances? No. Don't give anyone second chances once they prove who they are to you. Acknowledge who they are. Accept who they are. Forgive them. Don't let it go to your head. Don't own it. And that was part 2 of my healing journey. And I am just perplexed that when that door didn't open, it wasn't anyone outside of myself or with me that stopped that from happening to higher timelines. But everything I chose for myself when I was younger was shit. It was shit. Like I was working in bars, I ended up being anorexic. But it wasn't from thinking I was fat. It was depression. It was utterly, I stopped eating. And that's a form of anorexia that I think is only being recognised now. You know, create new neural pathways. There was a girl connected to me, had anorexia, and they're trying to treat her in the normal way, but she'd been bullied at school. I knew exactly what was going on. She opted out, and it's so subconscious. And I want everybody to know who's got anybody in their life that experience anorexia or anything like that, that it's not in your conscious mind. You just will cook for everybody else, but you won't let a drop of food touch past your lips, because while you want to see everybody happy and well fed, the world has broken you. The pain that you've experienced through life, that's why the anorexia is there. And I know that there's different forms of anorexia, and Victoria's Secret's responsible for it as well. But when you've got somebody with a pure heart that doesn't really genuinely want to hurt anybody else, and that's all they experience, they're taking themselves out. And maybe it had to do with the spell work that was put on me. Maybe I was meant to disappear when I was 19, because I very well could have. I didn't. I lived through everything. Aries is the god of war. Who did they think they were fucking with? I'm still here. So while we're choosing happy, every 10 seconds we're going to choose happy again.